Hi, I'm Panda.
And I'm FJ, and we're here to give you a story time. And our first story that we'll be bringing to you over the next number of weeks is Sonic High School. This is Sonic High School by Dark Doom Fire Master. Sonic High School features Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Rouge, Espio, and more in crazy high school drama, passionate romances, and crazy cliffhanger endings. It's known as the most addictive story online, and it's the ultimate Sonic story about high school. This story contains no graphic descriptions, and all the high school students are 18 years old. Chapter 1 Sonic's Journal.
Sonic High School. Chapter 1. Sonic woke up and looked at the clock. 7 o'clock, it said, and Sonic screamed. How the fuck does Sonic scream? I forgot. I am late for school. I have to get to school now, said Sonic, jumping out of bed. Sonic put his clothes on really fast and ran out of his room because he is fast. No time for breakfast, said Sonic as he ran past Sonic's mom. You will regret this, said Sonic, leering at him from the kitchen stove, wearing aprons and oven mitts on her hands. Sonic did not care. He was late. Sonic ran outside and ran to the bus stop where people were getting on the bus. Tails, Knuckles, wait for me, said Sonic as he ran towards the bus. Hey Knuckles, it's Sonic, said Tails to Knuckles at the bus stop. He is late, said Knuckles to Tails before getting on the bus. Sonic ran so fast to the bus and he got on the bus after Tails. Just in time, said Sonic, huffing and puffing like he was doing the Cupid Shuffle for the first time. Sonic sat down next to Tails and Knuckles sat behind them, taking up both seats. I'm so bad, said Knuckles, laughing because he sat where two people could sit. Knuckles did this every day and no one bothered him, but they all knew it was against the rules of both man and God. The bus started and drove at the school. What? Bus started and drove at the school and parked and they got out. We're at school now, said Tails. It is time to go to class. Sonic was also at school, so he went to his first class of the day, English class. Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much that was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat. It is journal day, said Sonic's English teacher, Mrs. Lessons. Wait, what? Mrs. Lesson. What? What kind of fucking teacher name is that? Mrs. Lesson was tall and white and had gray hair, and she was not pretty. Well, damn. Take out your journals and put them in a pile, and I will read one of your entries to the class. Sonic took out his blue journal and ran to the front quickly and put his journal on her desk and ran back to his desk, all with his head down and not talking or looking at anyone. Sonic was so fast that he did it first. Everyone else did it afterwards and was slower. Mrs. Lesson grabbed a journal from the pile and Sonic knew it was his because it looked just like Sonic's journal. Sonic knew this because he had written it so many times. It was crazy. Mrs. Lesson opened to a totally random page, and it was the worst page she could pick. She began to read. Dear Journal, I called the doctor today about a problem. I have a problem with my balls. What? What? I have a problem with my balls. They are itchy, and it is difficult to sit still with them because they are so itchy. I have to back up against what the fuck is stucco surfaces?
Stucco.
And rub up and down on them to relieve the itchiness. No creams have worked. Creams only make my balls sweat, smell like the breath of a thoroughbred. And I think Amy, my girlfriend, noticed. I hope my doctor calls. Love Sonic. I wasn't
can't
expecting to
expect
hit
anything with
me.
Sonic High.
Oh no, stop reading, said Sonic, but he reacted too late because it was already read. All of it. Everyone in the class laughed, and Sonic felt like an idiot asshole because now everyone knows about his ball problems. Sonic felt his rage build up inside him like a pool of lava in a volcano. Stop laughing at me! Don't tell anyone! Shouted Sonic, but everyone was laughing so loud that they did not hear him. And Sonic was just so embarrassed and mad and sad, but more embarrassed, so he ran out of the class fast. Sonic ran to his locker, opened it, and screamed into it. He screamed, "This sucks!" and curse words too. "What is the problem?" said Tails. "Are you mad?" said Tails. Sonic was so mad, so he nodded. "You should tell everyone that it is okay to have problems with your balls and that they probably have problems that they do not want everyone to know about too. So stop laughing at me." Sonic thought Tails was right because Tails was smart. Knuckles was there too, so he said, "Sonic, what is this I heard about you having problems with your penis and balls?" Sonic was so mad again, so he punched Knuckles and ran away quick. Where Sonic ran to was his next class. It was now second period, so it was okay. And that class was history class. Sonic did not care about history class. "Hey, Amy," said Sonic, "check me out." And Sonic did a dance move. Ooh, ah. "Wow, cool, let's kiss." "What the?" said Amy and Sonic, and Amy kissed right there in the class. And some of the other people in the class watched, but the teacher wasn't there yet, so they didn't get in trouble. And who's gonna tell Sonic he can't kiss his girlfriend in class? Amy kissed Sonic's. Oh my god. Amy kissed Sonic so hard that he was thinking, "Let's have sex." But he didn't say it because the teacher would show up by the time they started to have sex in history class. Sonic kissed back really hard, and it was sexy to everyone. The teacher arrived, and they did class, but Sonic just looked at Amy the whole time, who was sitting next to Rouge. Amy and Rouge talked, and they looked at Sonic sometimes and laughed, and Sonic thought Amy was telling her about how awesome Sonic kissed her, but it was not. Rouge was telling Amy about Sonic's gay ball problems, and Amy was Sonic's girlfriend, but she thought it was just the funniest thing ever. Class ended, and Sonic went to Amy quick and did not stop on the way. "Hey, Amy, why did you go telling Rouge about how hard we kiss?" Smiley face, said Sonic with a smile on his face. That meant that he did not care that Amy did this and really wanted her to because it made him look cooler. "Actually, Rouge was telling me about the problems with your balls and penis and butthole that everyone found out about in your English class." Wow. Was Sonic surprised? He did not know what to say.
Chapter 2. The Prom. The rest of the day for Sonic was awful. So bad it was that Sonic went home and went right to the bathroom and took a big poop. It was a mad poop because it went out fast. It shooted out of his butthole so fast that it was like a gun shooting. His poop stunk so much that even the neighbors could smell it, and they all had a meeting at night about what to do about it. And they decided that they would just put fans on the outside, and if it really started to smell again, they would do something else. So Sonic pooped and went up to his room and shouted into his pillow, "I hate everything!" Sonic shouted loud, and he heard a knock at his door. "What is wrong, Sonic?" asked Sonic's mom. "Nothing," said Sonic. "Okay, just keep it down because I'm trying to watch the TV," said Sonic's mom to Sonic and left without saying anything else. Sonic was in his room still, so he looked out the window and saw Tails flying there with his flying tails. "Sonic, are you okay?" asked Tails. "I was worried about you, Sonic." Sonic was less mad because Tails was always nice and smart and didn't care that Sonic left his porns around his room so he could think about kissing and doing sex on Amy when he wasn't with Amy. "Please be happy," said Tails. "Are you there?" Sonic went to the window and opened the window. Sonic grabbed Tails and put him on the bed because Sonic is strong too. "This day was the worst," said Sonic. "Everyone thinks I'm a gay loser all because I gave them my journal." Sonic cried a little, and Tails put his hand under his face to catch his tears. Tears can stain a carpet. Tails hugged Sonic and said, I'm always here for you. Prom is tonight also. Wow, I forgot, said Sonic. Sonic ran to his closet fast and pulled out his prom uniform. It's a tuxedo. And put it on faster. Is our limo here yet, Tails? Said Sonic while looking at Tails. Yes, said Tails right back. Let's go. And Sonic went outside with Tails, who was also in prom clothing, and they went outside and got into the limo. The limo is broken, said the limo driver, who looked like a person. Darker color. Sonic and Tails got out of the limo and asked the limo driver if they could fix it. Nope, the limo is broken eternally, said the limo driver.
Eternally?
So Sonic grabbed Tails' hand and said, let's go, and ran all the way to the prom, which was on an island called Ghost Island. This place is scary, said Tails. Ghost Island was really scary. It was shaped like a skull, and everything looked like it was dead. Sonic looked at Tails. Yeah, it is, said Sonic. Why would they put the prom on this island, said Tails. I don't see anyone else here from school. Tails and Sonic were both worried about it all. Sonic and Tails walked forward, and there was a haunted house. Sonic and Tails went into the haunted house, and it was spooky. Sonic saw a ghost, and Tails saw a mummy. There was a man laughing. Ah, ha, ha, Sonic and Tails, now you're both here and falling right into my trap, said the man laughing. The man looked like a fat, immature gay. It was Eggman. Eggman, why are you here? Eggman, why are you here? Said Sonic and shouted at Eggman. Are you here for the Chaos Emeralds? Sonic shook his fist at Eggman and Tails ran at him. But what an idiot he was, because a cage fell down from atop of the sky and trapped Tails. You're doomed now, said Eggman. Welcome to a graveyard of you. Sonic was shocked, but did not run forward because he did not want to get caught too. But what if Eggman did not have another cage? Sonic did not know, so he went to the side into a different room. This room was smaller and had carpets and wallpaper. It was still scary, though. Oh my god. Hold on, it's so poorly fucking written. Oh, holy fuck. I'm gonna redo this whole fucking... Holy fuck. Sonic said, I need to find a way out and to save Tails. And he walked into a door that was on the next wall. Next thing, said Sonic, and he came out of the room into the same room he was in. This is a haunted house, so you always come back to the same place, said Sonic, thinking of a famous saying you saw once of a Walgreens where it was written. Eggman laughed and pointed at Sonic. I kissed Amy, and now you can never date her again because I'm going to do sex to her tonight. No, this cannot be real, said Sonic. Sonic knew that he had to do something. But what?
Oh my god.
Chapter 3.
Now we're on the two most important people. Sonic ran to the fastest right to Dr. Eggman, right through his traps, and jumped at the floating platform that Eggman was standing on. I'm coming for you, said Sonic, and he jumped up, right to the platform. It got so close, but fell because it was just too high to reach even for Sonic. Sonic said, damn, and ran up the staircase that was in the middle of the big room that they were under, Eggman. Sonic ran to the top at the top. He jumped again from a higher spot, and this time reached the platform because it was easier to get to it. Now you're mine, shouted Sonic, right into Eggman's ear. Ow. I'm not gonna fall this easily, said Eggman, who then grabbed a crystal remote control out of his pocket and pressed a button on it that made a dome of lasers around Eggman. Get out of here, yelled Eggman. I am Eggman, and I will have my way with the treasures of this island, said Eggman. Eggman flew up higher on his platform, and Sonic had already fell from the lasers that were on the floating platform. So Sonic didn't get to go too. Eggman disappeared into a purple and black portal at the top of the ceiling. What? And Sonic was left at the bottom of the room on the middle of the stairs. Amy still has to be here somewhere, and I need to get Tails out of that locked cage, said Sonic, thinking about what he should do next. Sonic ran up the stairs really fast and down the hallway at the top of the stairs on the second floor. Sonic picked the door and ran into the door. The room Sonic ran into had a big picture of an old man on it, and he looked just so old that it was like seeing a skeleton right there. Sonic said this man probably died ages ago and left all his money from being in real estate? Does that say real estate?
Sure does.
To his sons who built this place. Sonic thought this was not the right room to be in, so he left it and went to the next room. This was the right room to be in, Sonic knew immediately. There was a big red bed, and Amy was tied with rope around her feet and hands, and there was another rope around her head with a lock in her mouth, so she couldn't open it or say anything at all. Sonic ran right to the bed without doing anything before doing that and untied Amy with his sonic speed. I'm so glad you're here, said Amy. This prom is not turning out like how I hoped it would be. When I bought this dress, Amy was wearing a pretty red dress that was like what she normally wears, but longer. And there were 2 flowers on the shoulders. Amy's dress also made her boobs look bigger, Sonic noticed. Sonic thought for just a moment that this is the perfect moment to get her to give sex to him, but he did not do it because Tails still needed help. Where's the key to open Tails' cage? Said Sonic to Amy. We need to open Tails' cage. He can't get out of the cage. I saw Eggman putting a key in the safe behind the picture in the room you were just in, said Amy. So let's go get it. Amy and Sonic ran to the next room, and Sonic got there first. He is faster. He is the faster one in the relationship. Sonic punched his big, strong hand right through the painting like a bodybuilder and found the safe behind the painting. This safe needs a password, said Sonic. What could it be? Sonic thought long and hard about everything he knew about Eggman. Sonic knew Eggman was a gay ass. Sonic knew Eggman was a gay asshole and was always ruined Sonic's plans to be the hero. And now he ruined Sonic's prom. Sonic tapped on his brain and thought harder. Maybe the password is his name, said Amy. It was not, and Sonic knew it before Sonic put it in the safe lock. I love her for her body. That's Sonic! That's Sonic! Sonic thought louder, thought harder, and had an idea. What if the password is, I don't know what the fuck that says, but that's what it says. Finally, shouted Sonic at Amy next to him. Amy, who was there, said, what does this mean? Amy, Sonic's girlfriend, was confused. It is Chaos Emeralds backwards. What he really wants, but messed up so we would not guess it, screamed Sonic, so happy. Sonic typed the password into the safe, and would you know it, it popped open, and there was this big key. So Sonic took it. Sonic ran down the stairs, and then Amy did. And Sonic opened Tails' cage, and Tails got out. I am so glad to be safe one again. No, never mind. It doesn't say once again. It says one again. I am so glad to be safe one again.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to you, Sonic. The day is saved. Tails was smiling bigger than a crocodile having a silly dream, but Sonic was not. What is wrong, Sonic? Everything is right now, said Sonic. No, it isn't, said Sonic, so mad and sad. Eggman got away without a real punishment for what he did. Sonic shook his face at the sky, thinking about how Eggman slipped away like a slippery balloon that Sonic let go of. But we are all safe, Amy said. This is what really matters. Sonic figured right then that Amy's superpower must be being nice because he knew before it was being smart, which Tails was best, and Sonic is also good at too. Sonic did not even think about how his day at school was bad anymore because his balls did not really even itch anymore. Sonic laughed, Tails laughed, Amy laughed, and they went home for the next day of high school. Really, bitch? The fucking balls again? The itchy fucking balls again?
Continuity.